What is up, guys? Hello, hello. Happy Friday. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Zachary Reality, and we're going to be chatting about the Bachelor in Paradise finale last night. I know a lot of people have not watched it yet, but for those who have, welcome to the live chat to chat all about it. And if you haven't watched it, the live will always be saved. So I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having a good week. It's over. It's finally the weekend. Thank God. And the season is over of Bachelor in Paradise. All the shows just kind of ended. Golden Bachelor ended last week. Dancing with the Stars ended. Special Forces ended. Jersey Shore ended. Kardashians ended. House of Villains is still going on. I might be the only one still watching, but it's still happening. So excited to see who wins that show. But we are here to chat about the Bachelor in Paradise finale. So last night, two couples got engaged. One couple left, boyfriend and girlfriend, and everyone else left the beach. So let's get into it. If you guys are here in the live chat, be sure to leave your comments, your questions, your thoughts and opinions, because it's just me today. So I can put your comments on the live chat and read them out loud. But let's get into the episode because a lot went down and we even had a wedding. I want to talk about Mercedes and Jess's exits first. So we left off last week with Blake, Rachel, and Tyler, the big heavy hitters, all leaving the beach. It then was up to kind of Jess, who was struggling with her breakup with Blake. They broke up finally. It was a very rocky relationship. It felt like it should have ended weeks before it actually did. And Jess ended up wanting to stay a little bit longer, and she gave her rose to Tanner. Jess and Tanner like kind of hit it off. They went on a date, shared a kiss. It just never got anywhere. So Jess ended up leaving the beach solo, and then Tanner left the beach solo right after. Then what had happened was Mercedes, she really gave it her all this season. She dated Will, she dated Tyler, and Tyler, just wasn't in it. She ended up wanting to stay a little bit longer, really give it her all. And she gave her rose to Jordan V because that didn't work out with Rachel. And then Mercedes ended up leaving the beach shortly after Jess did by herself. And then Jordan V left by himself. So we're down 4 people, and there already was only 6 couples. Jess said they showed us another preview of Joey's season of The Bachelor. Yes, they did at the end, which I'm really excited for Joey's season, January 22nd. Just have hot coffee today. No milk, no sugar, just hot coffee. So that's what happened. There also was no Bachelor in Paradise reunion, guys. They gave us credits at the end, and they gave us updates. But let's get back to what had happened. So then it's time to throw a wedding between Mari and Kenny. So Mari and Kenny are former Bachelor in Paradise contestants. They got engaged 2 seasons ago on season 7. Now we're on season 9. They also got married in Puerto Rico a month ago. So I do believe this was a show wedding where, not that it wasn't real, but I mean, it was just for the show. Like, none of their friends were there besides Blake, who Kenny and Blake are friends. They were both on Tayshia and Claire's season together. But it was just kind of, for the finale, for the show, to show these contestants who are still left, like, if you want to find love, this is what love will look like. I wonder how much they got paid for this, but good for them. Get that coins. And at this wedding, Blake shows up, and Kylie, who was really upset that he left last week, was like, oh my God, Blake. And it still just seems like Kylie is flirting with Blake. And then, he has a conversation with Kylie about, like, Kylie wanted advice what to do with Avon. I don't know. It was just a little strange. So the wedding happened, super fun. And then it was time for some of the other couples to break up. So Olivia, who is such a star, I feel like she gave us so many funny moments this season. Her confessionals were hilarious. She did feel like a cat with 9 lives. I felt like she could have went home so long ago, but she kept getting saved. Um, I don't even know Michael. I mean, he just came in so late. I feel like this relationship was so random. I had no hope for it, but Olivia and Michael ended up breaking up. She broke up with him, kind of mutual. I mean, I would like to see Olivia on next season. I would like to see more of Olivia. She's fun. She gave us a lot of good moments this season. Another couple that broke up was Sam and Peter. You might have forgot that they were even together because they got no airtime this season. They kind of felt like a waste of, I don't want to say like space because they both seem like sweet people, but like there was just no love story there. There was nothing to invest in. Sam was a contestant from Canada. Peter was on charity season. He didn't get much airtime on there. I mean, they made it a long time on the beach because he's been there since like the beginning. He was on the first sand. She came a few weeks in and everyone was like, who's this? It was Sam from Canada. They ended up breaking up. It was mutual. I feel like Sam kind of initiated it a little bit more. And I don't really think anyone's too sad, but they also seem like cool peeps. Okay. Then we get on to the Avon and Kylie. Yeah, Jet says Wells was the maid of honor. Well, I was wondering that too about the wedding because Kenny had a best man in Blake, right? But then why didn't Mari have a maid of honor? It was Wells. Like, where was Mari's friend? They just needed Blake to come in because of the whole Kylie thing. It was weird. It was so weird. But let's get into Kylie and Avon. So this season, they have been dating since the beginning. Kylie dated Will for a second, but then once Avon came in, Kylie made it clear that she really wanted to be with Avon and that she wanted to explore things with Avon. So they were together all season long. And this episode was the finale where Kylie was really pushing an engagement. She wanted to get engaged to Avon and she felt like she was so sure, but he didn't want to get engaged, which is the same thing that happened on Rachel's season where Avon was the final 2. He made it all the way to the end and he didn't want to get engaged. So Rachel broke up with him and she got engaged to Tino. I thought it was so interesting how Kylie brought it up to Avon because we haven't heard that all season. We were all waiting anxiously for Rachel and Avon to like talk about like their breakup, but they just ignored it all season. But they addressed Rachel and Tyler and they addressed Rachel and Jordan V. But it would have been an interesting love triangle and dynamic to explore between Avon, Kylie, and Rachel. So it was weird to see Kylie bring that up at the end, but it's true. She watched the season. Avon did the same thing he did on Rachel's season. And I think what upset Kylie most is that she felt like Avon knew he didn't want to get engaged since the beginning, but she still, tried to make it work with him. And he maybe didn't tell her from the beginning that he didn't want to get engaged. So he convinces her to leave. He's like, I promise we're making plans outside of here. Like, I'm sure of you. Like, I really love, like, I love you. I just don't want to get engaged yet. Who knows if they'll ever get engaged? I do think Avon is realistic and I appreciate that because like who honestly gets engaged on a show so quickly without like really seeing what it's like, without meeting each other's families, seeing what it's like in the real world, potentially living together. Like, take your time. Like, what's the rush? When Kylie was like, he's like 29 years old. Like, why doesn't he like know what he wants? Like, 29 is still really young. So I don't blame him for not wanting to get engaged. The issue is that like, it did feel like he was doing the same thing he did on Rachel's season, like 2 seasons in a row. I want to go all the way to the end and then not get engaged and just not say anything until the end. So I just don't know if Avon like takes this show seriously, but I feel like it's hard to take him seriously on the show and him and Kylie because she just didn't seem happy about leaving. Like she didn't seem like she wanted to leave with him like that. Like she literally seemed pissed, disappointed. It seemed like she got more excited to see Blake. They showed in the credits that Avon and Kylie are still together as boyfriend, girlfriend. I know that they like met up a few times because he was like spotted in Charlotte and like she went to San Diego. So, and I think she also said she wanted to move to San Diego during the show. So I can see them dating as boyfriend and girlfriend, but like I don't have hope for them in the long run. I don't have hope that they will really make it work forever. But like who knows? Like I'm rooting for them. Why not? I root for everybody. So that was that. Anticlimactic. No, it was good. I feel like Avon and Kylie carried the episode. They had a lot of drama and a lot of back and forth, and at least there was like a storyline with the other couples, like Olivia and Michael and Peter and Sam. There was no storyline, there was no buildup, there was nothing. And then, like I said, Jess and Mercedes broke up with Jordan V and Tanner so early on. So the episode was like there wasn't a lot of story, but the story, what Avon and Kylie gave us story on a 3-hour finale. It was 3 hours. 3 hours, and there wasn't anything like climactic. We didn't even know it was the finale until last week. There's no reunion, probably because none of the couples are together, right? We're going to get to the last two. I guess there isn't as much to hash out at the reunion. There's not as much to say. This season didn't get as much hype. Fans seem to be disappointed online. The ones that watched that it just wasn't it just wasn't climactic. Like there was no, like I feel like there should have been one more week, and maybe they could have really teased us. 3 hour, like 1 hour reunion. I don't know. They don't always do a reunion for Bachelor in Paradise. They did one last year with Brandon and Serene, Victoria and Greg. They had a reason to do a reunion last year. Last year's reunion was crazy. Johnny. The year before, they didn't do a reunion. That was the season with like Joe and Serena, Becca and Thomas, Noah and Abigail. They didn't do a reunion that season. I think because of COVID, though. But every other season, they've done a reunion. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3. Have you guys watched Bachelor in Paradise since then? I've been watching since Season 1. I used to watch Bachelor Pad, where they did reunions as well. That was like a game show. That was also a dating show in the Bachelor Mansion. No reunion this year. Let's get to our final two couples. And then we'll get to a random announcement. We'll do the random announcement first. The big random announcement in the credits for the show was that Brayden is now dating Christina Mandrell. So Christina, she was on Zach's season. She was supposed to go to Paradise. She like pulled out like a few days before. I don't know why. Maybe she didn't want to go. Maybe she didn't want to leave her kid. Somehow her and Brayden connected, and now they're dating. I don't know when they started dating. I know Bachelor in Paradise filmed in June. So maybe they started dating in July and they've been together 5 months and hiding it at most. Seems a little quick, but good for them. Just kind of like feels a little random, but they both have puppy dog energy. Like Christina has a really good sense of humor. So we'll see if they last. I think they're going to move in together too. Aaron B and Eliza also got engaged. And yeah, woohoo. In the credits, it showed that they were already having issues in their relationship, that they're working on it, allegedly. I think they already broke up. My opinion is they broke up really quickly after Paradise. I can't believe they got engaged. I feel like the show needed engagements. To only have 2. Usually there's 3 though every season. I don't know if it felt forced. I mean, I like that he called her mom. I like that she said she was falling in love. We've seen Eliza last year on the show be very indecisive. So it was almost like, Eliza, you want to come back this year? Don't do what you did last year. The relationship was really interesting. So I don't think they're together, guys. I guess we'll get an update maybe on social media in the next week. I don't know if they'll announce, be like, hey, we're not together anymore. We made it work. We tried. Or maybe they'll wait a couple months, or maybe they really are together. I think they broke up. I didn't cry at their engagement story. I didn't cry at anyone's engagement story. This season was a little bit of a dud. just a little bit. Our last couple was Kat and John Henry, who got engaged. They ended up being the happy couple of the season. Who would have ever thought that the villain Kat, who caused all the drama all season long, she's been good the last few weeks, guys. Who would have thought that Kat would have been our happy love story? She started off dating Brayden, then she moved to Tanner, then she moved to John Henry, who was dating Olivia, and John Henry got a lot of flack for going for Kat because of all her drama. But the last 3 episodes, they were really solid. He proposed, and they're still together. We got an update on Instagram, which is how you know it is official, because they did say that they were moving to San Diego together in the credits at the end. So we knew that they were actually planning on making it work. But not only that, we have an Instagram update from them, which says just a few of my favorite moments. So they are still together, which is really exciting that we got at least one couple. And maybe Avon and Kylie and maybe Aaron B and Eliza will post updates in the next couple days or a couple weeks. I'm sure they will eventually. I understand that like the show just came out, people are still watching it. So it really is too soon to tell with what's actually going on with them. But at least with John Henry and Kat, we do have an update right away. I feel like in past seasons, a lot of contestants couldn't wait to post their videos and their updates like immediately. But I don't even think it's on Hulu yet. I know a lot of people are watching the next day. People go out on Thursday nights. I mean, think about Bachelor in Paradise being on Thursday all season. It's been a little bit harder to keep up with. So I'm really interested to hear the fans' reactions to the episode and the finale. So if you guys are listening, you guys are watching, leave your thoughts and comments in the live chat. If you missed the live, leave your comments down below. I'm interested to hear what everyone thought about the finale. And I wonder if there will be any interviews with some of the contestants in the next couple days, because we definitely need some closure and some clarity since there will be no Bachelor in Paradise reunion. Cindy says, I agree, Snoozeville season. It's not even that it was a Snoozeville, because I felt like there was some really good episodes and like the beginning was a lot better. I just think that like when it got time to like Thanksgiving and then the Golden Bachelor ended, it just felt like the show just kind of plateaued. And it just, was too many episodes. It was dragging on. And then they just sprung upon a finale on us. So like last minute. I thought it had more potential, but it just didn't get much better. Celeste says, Zachary, what do you think about John Henry and Kat as a couple? Do you think they will stay together? I hope so. I mean, I'm always rooting for love. Do I think they'll stay together? Not really. I think they'll break up next year. If they do stay together, I'm happy for them. Like, woohoo. But like I said, what do I know? It's just my opinion. I don't know. But I do think it's a good sign that they are at least posting on social. So that means they are happy together now. So I'm rooting for them. But I just don't think that any of these couples will last. But who knows? Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. So at the end of the episode, the 3-hour episode, there was a montage of all the Bachelor in Paradise couples from the past who got married. Hannah G and Dylan got married. They showed them. Tia Booth got married. Joe and Serena got married. Dean and Kaylin got married. A lot of Bachelor in Paradise couples got married. Astrid and Kevin had a baby. Raven and Adam had a baby. But what was really interesting is that they left Becca and Thomas out of the collage, the credits showing all the happy couples from Paradise. It's not because they broke up on the show and then got back together in real life, because they showed Noah and Abigail in the credits, who also broke up on the show during that season and got engaged this year. They waited 2 years. They didn't show Becca and Thomas, who had a baby. I don't know what happened with the fallout when Becca and Michelle left the podcast, but I just find that really strange, because I thought that Becca, she was just such a huge part of Bachelor Nation for so long. Bachelor Nation hanging on by a thread. We have the wedding special of Gary and Teresa, January 4th. Super excited to watch that. There has been a lot of chatter online about Gary's past, and a lot of people really felt for Leslie. So he's starting to get a villain edit a little bit, which seems to be interrupting the happiness and the bliss of the fans who wanted to see Gary and Teresa's wedding. I wonder if people will tune in for the wedding. January 4th is right after New Year's. A lot of people are on vacation. I feel like they could have waited like one more week into January to show the wedding, maybe. Especially since Joey's season doesn't air until January 22nd, which I don't know any spoilers about Joey's season. There's been a few things pop up on my timelines, but I try and scroll really fast. So I'm going to try and remain unspoiled for Joey's season. I hope it's a good season. I think Joey is a really good bachelor. I want to see him fall in love. I want to see him be the bachelor. Like, I'm really happy with the choice. So I'm hoping that the season's good. If not, there's going to be other shows on because this franchise, I'm going to be the last one standing on an island by myself, huh? Well, okay, guys. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for joining. That was my Bachelor in Paradise finale recap. Congratulations to the cast. All love to everybody. Thank you for giving us a season and a show. It's the end of an era. Congratulations to me. Thank you all so much for listening to my channel, tuning in each week. I might be back to post another recap with Molly, my co-host of the season, maybe next week, maybe after some interviews. Cindy says, as long as you recap, I'll be here with you. Thank you. Shout out to all my subscribers. I really appreciate all of you guys so much for tuning in each week, for giving videos thumbs up, for commenting, subscribing. It really means a lot. Like, I love you guys so much. Seriously, thank you. My goal is to hit 15,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. So we have about 3 weeks and we are at 14.2 right now. So we need 800 more subscribers. So if you guys have not subscribed or you want to tell your friends to subscribe, please help me hit my goal of 15K. M. Charlene 3011 says, the finale could have been an email. It could have been an email or it could have been a Zachary reality TikTok. I put a TikTok up last night. I put it on Instagram, on YouTube, a minute and a half summing up everything that happened on the finale in a minute and a half. But these lives are, as you guys know, a little bit more in detail, in depth, breaking down finales. So tonight I have my friend Julian's birthday. So I'm really excited to celebrate his birthday. It is at 7:00. So a long time away, but I'm like so excited. We're going to be doing karaoke. I want to think of a good karaoke song to sing tonight for all my friends and for Julian. So if anyone has any ideas, leave them in the comments below. I want to slay the dance floor. Obviously, I can't outshine the birthday boy, but I can try. And then my friend also is sleeping over this weekend. And what else am I doing? I might be going to this like wellness event tomorrow. Definitely want to go out this weekend. It's starting to really wind down here in LA. Everyone's starting to spree town for the holidays. It seems like so many people are in Miami right now because of Art Basel, and I'm going to Miami in like 3 weeks. I wish Art Basel was now. But I'm leaving for Florida December 22nd. So I feel like I have like a couple of weeks to kill, but all the shows are ending. Work is really starting to slow down. So I have to think what is going to keep me occupied the last week before I leave for Florida. If not, I might want to leave a few days early. Delana says, do you think they use Maury and Kenny for views? For sure. Like I said earlier, it definitely felt like a show wedding because none of their friends and family were there. Maury and Kenny already had their wedding in Puerto Rico a month ago. But like, who cares? Get Maury and Kenny, get that bag. It also was like to show the couples left on the beach that like this could be your future and like this is the reality. So I think it was important. Every season we see an old couple come down, an alumni couple come down. So I think it was important for Maury and Kenny to come down and kind of show them like, hey, this could be your future. You want to get married? You want to get engaged? Like, I like that they came. I really do. I think it added to the finale. But of course, it did feel like a waste of time in another way since it wasn't like their real wedding. We'll see a real wedding with Gary and Teresa. Okay, that was my recap. So I will be making more content today about the finale when more updates come. So be sure to follow me on all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, which is now X, and TikTok. Everything is at Zachary Reality. As always, guys, I also always upload my YouTube videos to my podcast as audio only. So I download it and it's on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts. So if you ever want to just like listen to my recaps instead of watch, feel free to do that as well. Celeste says, I think you should sing Not Sorry, Not Sorry by Demi Lovato. That's a good one, Celeste. But I don't know if I can hit those high notes. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Is that good? Maybe. I have the whole day to think about it, Celeste. So I will be doing that. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I will chat with you guys very, very soon. Enjoy your weekend and be sure to hit subscribe. All right, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.